Hi everybody. Thank you for joining me today. Today I want to go over kind of like my process to finding planner peace. So a lot of you have been seeing me use my daily duo, and you know that I'm going with my daily duo, but I was kind of missing. Well, I had no idea I had put this on backwards. What did I do? Oh no, here it is. I was just looking at it from the other side. So, and then I realized that I was missing my weekly view as well. So just doing the daily duo, I was missing something. I was missing my week at a glance, especially because I do my daily planning like the night before or the morning of. And I kind of needed a place to have my week mapped out and kind of just look at it and see what's going on. So I said, well, I'll use two planners. And then I started again using my vertical planner just to have my weekly view, and in a very simple way. So I wasn't really using it as detailed, in such a detailed way as I was. So kind of let me just show you what I was doing before. So the way I was using it before, let me see if I can find a page that I can share with you guys. You know, the way I was using it before, it was kind of just full because I was putting everything in there. And the way that I was using it now was mostly to just keep track. Oh, I'm allergic to dust mites and something's itching, but I think this time it's soap. Yeah, the dishwasher soap that I'm using, I get an allergic reaction to it. So I need to change it. Okay, sorry about that. So what I was saying is that the weekly view, but it was kind of too much of a setup, right? Because it's this whole planner, this whole view, and then it was on a different planner. So I wasn't quite happy with that. So then I thought, well, I don't, like Frankenplanning is always an option, but I wasn't sure if that was going to work for me, because to Frankenplan, I can't just take a week off because then the other part of the week is behind it. So let's just show you here. I can't just take this week off, right? Because the other part is right behind it. So I was thinking, well, then I'm gonna have to have the whole month, and I don't know how I feel about that, just having 1 month of vertical and 1 month of daily duo. So I hadn't quite yet gone into Frankenplanning because of that. But then I thought, well, you have an old recollections planner. Let me just try this idea. So I went to this planner that also has a vertical layout, and I went with my scissors and just grab the 2 pages. So let's say I want these 2 pages. So I just grabbed them and went in between the coil and just snipped a tiny little bit of each. And then this is what came of it. So I was able to then insert this right into my daily duo and kind of have the week at a glance. However, not 100% happy with this still, and this is not a busy week for me, so you know, you won't see like a huge amount of things written down here, just some little things that I just kind of want to remember, especially while I'm doing my week in my daily duo and things start coming up for next week. I kind of want to have my next week set up already, and then some running lists and some things. So I kind of did this, and I was like, well, you know, it's better than having it in a different planner. I'm still not super happy because then I had to use a clip here to kind of keep these two together. And right now behind this one, I just have a note page because it happens to be the last week of the month. And then the recollection planner doesn't quite properly fit into this one. So this tab looks that way. So I was like, well, and then when I do have my other week, then it's going to start behind here, and I'm going to have this here. So that was just feeling like very overwhelming. So I started thinking, might there be a way with stickers that I can customize And you know, when you're ready for something to happen, like when the student is ready, the teacher appears. So I had this client, and I was thinking about this, and I was like, well, maybe I could use, you know, let me show you. Maybe I could use one of these note pages. Oh, this is some washi that I got the other day that I was kind of just trying out and looking at it. So maybe I can use one of these note pages as weekly view, and I know that I have at least maybe a couple of them, or maybe more each month. So I have one here, right? And then I have two well, sometimes I have one, sometimes I have two at the end. So I was thinking, well, maybe that's an idea. I can kind of personalize these pages in somewhat a Daily Duo format. But then this lady came and she was like, well, could you please design a habit tracker for me to use in the bottom box? And I was like, oh, that is such a cool idea. So while designing that habit tracker to just fit the bottom box of the Daily Duo, which this page is now available in my shop, and I'm sorry, but it's F011. It's not really 10. So this is a misprint that I have. I mean, it's perfectly. It's just not labeled properly, but you know, it's completely functional. So by designing this, I was like, wow. So I could use a bottom box making this weekly view. So whatever, you know, long story short, I came up with a sticker sheet that I think is exactly what I need. So I set it up, and let me show you what it looks like. So I set up my next week, my week at a glance. And this time, since this month has a couple of these lined pages at the end, it was just perfect to set up my week at a glance here. So I thought of other ways that you guys could do this. So let me just walk you through this a little bit. Let me first show you. I'm using a 7x9 Daily Duo. So this is what the page looks like. And you have your strips. You can customize your days, and you have your bottom box, and you can choose to put your trackers or not in it. And then you have a top box, you have your header, you have some headers for the sections that you'll have, and these are all individual check boxes. So let me tell you what I'm doing here. Why did I not put Monday, Tuesday, and everything? Because you can customize this. You know how I like flexibility, so I want you to customize this however you want. So the days of the week are here, and the dates are here too. Right now, I'm not sure how many people are in the same position that I am, and if this is something that you guys are really gonna want. I'm mostly doing this for myself because my client just wanted this. It just sparked an idea that I could also just, you know, customize stickers to just make this work for my need and not have to Frankenplan, because in all honesty, like just thinking of coiling and uncoiling everything, it was just giving me the jitters. So that way I'm super happy to just keep two separate planners and do my content, my social media content in one of them, and then my Daily Duo can just be my work and personal life planner. So I'm just excited about this. And again, I wanted to make it customizable because maybe some of you don't really need the weekend, but then you also have a couple of extra strips, especially because I'm making it to coordinate with the kits that I already have in my shop. So this is what the 7x9 Daily Duo looks like. And this is what the A5 looks like. So for the A5, I'm even allowing you to customize here. So, you know, weekly view, week at a glance, you can call it whichever way you want it. And then the other thing that you have is your dates and your date number in numbers, so that you can customize this, and you have your individual check boxes, you have your top box, you have your bottom box, you have the separate habit tracker, you have some dates, some dots, and then you have some just extra washi laying around. So you can even use this to customize one of these pages at the end and just make it like projects for next month. I don't know, you can just play with this however you want. So now that was fine and good, but it made me think, well, what happens with those months where I don't have these many of these pages, right? Well, I thought of a few ideas. You'll always have one or two, but if you don't want to use these because they're kind of like a little, you know, it's not going to be perfect. They're going to be a little separated, but hear me out. For some of you, I don't know, like this is my case. I rarely do that much on a Sunday. So having a Saturday and a Sunday together, like Erin Condren used to have it, was not really the worst thing for me to have. I was okay with that. So you can definitely use your weekly kits. And where is mine? Here it is. So you can definitely use your weekly kits and make your Saturday up here and your Sunday down here, and kind of, you know, use some of the to-do boxes. And even if you have leftovers of these, kind of set this up for a Saturday and a Sunday, if that's something that can work for you. So you can set up Saturday and Sunday here, and then you can make this page into your week at a glance page. It's super simple because you will just use your header, right? You will use the top box to cover this area over here. Let me just flip it over so that you can see it better. Oops, sorry. Okay, so you'll have you'll have the top box here, and then you have the bottom box here, and then, you know, you can do your days spread out over here. And then this is another thing that I want to tell you guys. So let's go back to what I did. So I chose to set the days this way, but if I don't even want to track Saturday and Sunday, then I can just use any of these other headers and make this a to-do list, or make this a whatever list. And that is why I did not want to write Saturday and Sunday in here, so that you can customize this, because this can help you be like a week in a glance with a lot of functionality for you. So let's say I don't want a Sunday, so maybe I'll just track house and all things that are important for me in house, or I'll do this week and then next week over here, or this week here and next week here. Like, possibilities are endless of what you want to do with this page. And that is also why, you know, I'm all about flexibility, so I left it out this way. Okay, so let's go back to whichever other ideas we can have to set this up. Okay, so then again, this week is going to end on a Sunday, and hear me out. Monday is Labor Day. So you can also take advantage of days like these where you might not have that many plans, and you can set your week at a glance up here. So let's say this is a Monday, you know you're not going to have that many plans, but you have a busy Sunday, so you don't want to use your Sunday page and transfer it to Saturday to use this for your week at a glance. Well, that's totally fine, because you can then use your Monday sticker kit here and kind of just leave a little space, and then start your week at a glance down here, and maybe just not use the bottom box with the habit trackers, or use it and just do less space for days. I mean, possibilities are endless, guys. And the last idea that I have for you guys, which might be what I'll end up doing most of the times, because I don't typically work that much on Sundays, but when I do, I'm going to need my full Sunday, right? So the other thing that you can do is that you can grab any Erin Condren notebook page, and you can see they are exactly the same size. They fit the coil, so don't tear it off. Just come with your scissors, like I showed you earlier, and snip it off. Okay, I'm going to do this here with you, just so that you can kind of see how it goes. And you can do a few at a time. You don't need to do one at a time, because this is kind of tedious. So you can do a few at a time. I would suggest you do a few at a time anyway, because I just think one at a time is just not the best use of your time resource. And I like to kind of flip it horizontally. I hope you're seeing what I'm doing. I don't put it that vertically. I kind of just want to do it diagonally, not horizontally, diagonally, I'm sorry, so that the little slit, so that the hole in the part where I want to cut the little slit is more exposed. Because if I keep it straight, then I'm not going to be able to snip it off this easily. And the other thing you can always do is completely uncoil a notebook, because you know you're going to use those pages. Put it in a binder. These fit the Erin Condren binder perfectly. And I'm going to go get my binder to show you that in just a minute. So let me just finish snipping this off so I don't lose track of what it is that I'm doing. And sometimes, guys, you might not have cut completely where you want to, or you see that there, if you're cutting a few pages, you'll see that there'll be one that doesn't want, kind of want to snip off. And just take it out. You see this one, I didn't cut it properly or skipped it, but that's fine. You come and cut it. So just be gentle and very careful while you're taking it out, because you don't want it to rip from here, from the tear mark that it has. And you don't want to rip it because you forgot to snip it. I didn't intend for that to rhyme. Okay, I'm going to pause the video just for a second because I'm going to go get the binder. Okay, so I got the binder, and this is the binder that I got from the haul, because I was thinking of Frankenplanning, guys. I just don't think I'm going to need that anymore. Hopefully I won't. I think this is going to be planner piece for me. But if you guys want to uncoil the whole notebook at once, and I have a productivity one, you can just grab a lined one or a one with no lines whatsoever. That's completely up to you. I just want to show you that you can fit this, because I've seen other people on YouTube do it. And it's easier when you have more pages. Right now, I don't have enough pages in here, but you know, you get the idea. Just easier this way, because this one is cut, so it's kind of hard to get it in here. So what I would suggest is you uncoil the whole notebook, put it in here, and then cut the slits like a month at a time, like 4 pages at a time for your 4 weeks in a month. And then, you know, just, so let's say you have your whole notebook uncoiled in here. Take out the pages that you need, like 4 pages at a time or 2 at a time. It all depends on your scissors and what you can clip on at a time. And then snip what you need to snip, and then come back here and insert them, which is what I'm gonna do here. So then you come back here and insert them. And they're quite easy to just insert, especially if they are Erin Condren notebooks, because I showed you before that the Recollections coil, they coil one less hole, so it doesn't quite fit the Erin Condren coil perfectly, or Erin Condren coils one less hole. I don't know who does the one hole less than the other, but here you go. So you have your extra page, right? And this can be my next week at a glance, and I can just set it up. And then if I want to, I have a note page here in the back as well. And you know, guys, it doesn't take all that much. So this is what I'm going to be doing for the week after. I already have my week at a glance set up for next week. You see that I haven't set up my kit yet, and you can guess that I am going to be using kit number 12 from my shop to set up this week. So let me just set up a little bit of it so you guys can kind of see what it's going to be looking like. And this is Monday the 30th. Oh, where are the strips? Here they are. And then Monday the 30th, and Tuesday the 31st. And that is something that I don't know if I like or not from, I'm sorry, I just stopped because I wasn't sure if it was my daughter screaming or if our fire alarm had gone off in the building. So I'm not quite 100% sure that I love that Erin Condren splits the weeks this way for the daily duo, but since it's a daily planner, I guess it makes sense. So next week, and I'm setting this up a little bit early with you guys, at least Monday and Tuesday, so you can see how cute it all looks being the same kit. So I have my Monday for next week, my Tuesday, and then my week at a glance, which is totally fine by me. I don't mind this week doing it this way because I first wanted to try and lay this out. So for next time I do this, I thought they would look cute centered, but I think I'm gonna prefer to have them to the left for various reasons, because it's very hard to get them centered and then they end up looking messy. And I peeled and unpeeled these stickers a few times, guys, so this is why they look a little wonky, because I was playing with this and making sure what I had designed worked well. And so I would just put my Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday like flush to the left, and then the date to the right, same way I do it up here. So for me, this is how I'm going to do my week after this one. And I like that I have this one here that says next week, but if I'm gonna start doing it in the 2-page format, because I'm gonna be inserting a page from a notebook, then I might just do this week here for a to-do list or maybe something like that, and then maybe next week here, or this week and next week on the back. And that's the beauty of those stickers. You can customize them however you want. And if you have an A5 daily duo, this is going to be even better for you, because I can fit more things here, right? So you can even use like the this week and the next week with these here. And on that extra page that I told you from the notebook, you can definitely put this week and next week here, and then have your list of things that don't necessarily pertain to a day, but that have to be done in a week. And then you can even do your habit trackers down here as well. Like, I mean, you can play with this in so many ways. I don't know, guys. I'm super excited. I hope you enjoy this. I hope you like it. Let me know what you think of it. And I do have to also say, guys, that I thought that I was a genius when I came up with all of this and the idea and everything. And when I have an idea, I don't like to research before implementing it, because I really don't want to copy anyone. But then I was like, well, you know, is this something that I am the first person who thought of it? Well, sadly, I'm not. I did see that there's like 5 other shops that are offering something similar to this. However, I don't think I saw the flexibility that I have in mind in theirs. And of course, I didn't see any of them offering this option for the habit tracker. And, you know, so I just kind of wanted to get that out there, because it's almost impossible to come up with an idea that's going to be too different from what others are doing, because even if 100 of us come up with this idea together, I think we're all going to kind of end up doing something very similar to what it is that I did here. So I just kind of wanted to let you guys know that some other shops are offering this, however, they're not offering this option down here. And if this is something that you guys don't like or don't need, let me know, because I'm always super happy to just kind of experiment and maybe make this a separate sheet and just not have it taking the space here, and maybe adding more washi here so that you can use both pages. I don't know how this is going to go, guys. I have no idea. And then the other thing that came with this was that I came up with I'm sorry. I came up with this little insert, which I love. I don't know about you guys, but I love it. So I'm going to be using these to cover up my calendars, because they fit so perfectly. So these are also going to be available. So so let me just go back a little bit to show you what the listings I have now. So this is already available. These are starting to be available. I'm halfway on making them for all the kids. I've been working on this for a few days now, but you can see them. So if there's a kit that you particularly want, just shoot me a message and just say, hey, is it possible for you to upload kit such and such, because I want to make a purchase, and I'll do that for you. I'm hoping to finish between today or tomorrow, so maybe by the time this video uploads, these are going to be up already. What I haven't had a chance to upload yet are these. Hopefully by the time this video is up, they're there, but if not, they are designed, just not uploaded. So if you want me to upload this add-on for your kit, also let me know. Okay guys, so thank you so much for joining me. I hope you really enjoyed this video. I really love the way that this is looking, and I think this is my planner piece. I'll keep you guys informed, and you know, just stay tuned and subscribe to keep on watching my videos and seeing how I end up, you know, planning and going on about my week. Bye guys, thank you for watching.